perception among some of the electorate that the DA is cynical, obstructive and not constructive in some of its parliamentary activities. How do you aim to change this?
Well, look, perceptions are everything in politics. So if that is the perception, which I don't believe, because 3 million South Africans voted for the Democratic Alliance, but sometimes perceptions are formed by people who are ill-informed. So we must inform the people that we want to vote for us and those that do vote for us about what we actually do. And the most important way to do that is not what we say in Parliament, because I believe we've got wonderful policies. Our policies have been proven in the Western Cape, in the city of Cape Town. We now govern the Western Cape. We can implement our policies. But in politics, it's probably more important not what you say, but how you say it, especially in a country like ours that is so diverse with so many different cultures and customs. So we must just adapt our style to this new period of supposed renewal in South Africa. And I'm very keen to lead our parliamentary caucus. And I know Helen Zille has got the most impeccable credentials with regard to dealing with different customs and people and cultures. So we must just be careful how we put and say things and be more sensitive, and I think those perceptions will fade away.
I think that's a very valid point, and yes, we do live in a very diverse and complex country. So with regards to how some South Africans, how they incorrectly perceive the DA to be a majority white party, even though in reality this is not reflective of the party's actual membership or votes received. Can you set the record straight with regard to that matter?
Look, telling people that you are not racist is not good enough for people. You've got to be an example. And the best way to see what the Democratic Alliance actually looks like is go to any council in South Africa, any council caucus, any provincial legislature caucus, and even our caucus here in Parliament. We are the most diverse party in South Africa. We relish being the most diverse and representative party in South Africa. We are a party for all South Africans. And we also say that we want to build one nation with one future. So I can honestly say that if any South African who is skeptical about what we look like would just go and have a look at what DA representation looks like, they would be pleasantly surprised.
And lastly, Mr. Trollip, just a little bit about yourself. We know that you come from a long family history of politics. Both your grandfather and your father were politicians. How has your family background played a role in influencing you to become a politician? It's played an amazing role in my life, because it's not simply about politics. Actually, it's about service. It's about community service, and that's how I got involved in politics. It started simply with community service in the small farming community that I lived in. I was prepared to go and represent people's interests, and it was a natural progression from community service to politics. And I believe that politics at all levels, local government, provincial government and national government, is not about a glamorous occupation. It's actually about service to your country and to your community, and that's why I am so stimulated by politics, because I believe I can make a difference, and I know the Democratic Alliance makes an enormous difference. Fantastic to hear you say that, and thank you for that. We've gone through all the questions, but I just want to know if there's any aspects that we haven't covered in the questions that you'd perhaps like to talk about.
Yeah. I'm really excited that we have this volunteer program in our party. Volunteerism in politics has been out of vogue for quite a while, and volunteers actually drive politics. They keep political parties afloat. So I'm really excited that we can start recruiting volunteers to come and work for our party, to spread the message that we're a party that wants to build this nation and improve people's lives and to build a prosperous South Africa. So volunteers are going to be the way to do that. So any volunteer that we can recruit and that we can keep working for us will make an enormous difference to this party.
Thank you very much for your time.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
I hope that's all right. There are a few stutters.